out, Judd. There. Plopped out another podcast out my butt.
I was just going to say, and there it is. There's the episode.
That's it. We plopped it out. Coming up in today's turd, car crashes, fights, fire, and toilets.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be good. You got to stick around to find it. It's always worth sticking around through the whole podcast to find out what the fuck I meant at the start of it. So first things first, Judd. I almost crashed my car.
Oh, good. Right. Almost then, because that sounded like it was... Okay.
I didn't hit anything, didn't hit anyone or anything. It's hard to explain, right? You know, when you... An example I'm going to use that kind of... most people will have experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Joining the motorway. You know when you're joining a motorway, the angle to look at the cars that are coming in the same direction as you, it's quite tight, isn't it? You have to.
Sometimes, yeah, depending on where you get on.
Well, it's always going to be pretty tight because if it was parallel, you wouldn't be able to be driving fast. You'd have to slow right down.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah.
So you always have to look in your mirror. We're talking about in the UK, obviously. In the US, this is all going to be reversed. In your right mirror, then you look in the window that's right next to you, and then you tilt your head back and try and look in the rear, like the rear right window, the passenger, the back seats on the right, that window. You get what I'm saying here?
I've got you.
This all tracking? We good with this? Yeah. Well, that's what I always do. I always do it.
Okay.
And for some reason, I was coming up to a junction that it wasn't actually a motorway.
Okay.
It was the same angle as when you pull onto a motorway.
I was actually on like a pavement, and I was just fucking running over people in like a busy high street.
Not this time. Maybe next time.
Oh.
No, I was. It was the same sort of angle, but it was on 30 miles an hour roads. It was like in a suburban area. It wasn't fast or anything like that. So I'm coming up to this thing, and it's a give way sign, same angle, same direction that cars can be coming from.
Yeah.
And always what I do is I start to slow down, but then I'll do the same sort of checks as the motorway, and if nothing's coming up the road, I just carry on, and you don't have to slow down.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing, and I even specifically remember, as I was pulling up to this junction, like, for some reason I was like, and I'm going to do the checks extra thorough for some reason. I don't know, it like popped into my head about like when I did my driving test and things like that, because I was driving along on my own, and I thought I'm going to do them extra thorough at this junction this time, just for fun. I don't know. I don't know why. But then, I did, nothing coming at all, so I carried on. And then, when I'd come out of the junction and I was onto the road, I looked to my right for some reason, and there was a massive bright blue car right next to me. Like, this is a one lane road, so it shouldn't have been right next to me going the same direction. And two women in this car looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like shouting, and I was thinking, what just happened? What the fuck just happened? What sort of glitch in the Matrix just happened to the point where I couldn't see this massive, like, off-roader, bright blue car? Like, I just don't know. I wondered if, like, because I swear to God, there was nothing coming. There was absolutely nothing there. Or at least I never saw anything coming. My brain didn't perceive it. If it was coming, I had some sort of, like, random fucking, like, I don't know, it's like some sort of thing out of Doctor Who where, like, just by chance, a fucking, I don't know, a solar flare that an alien has sprinkled with, like, juju or some shit, like, accidentally swooped in that specific spot and made, like, anything past this point, like, invisible, and for, like, one vision. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to get at here. There's might be some bullshit science explanation behind why I couldn't perceive this massive blue car. But the other explanation I can think is, like, that they were behind me and they thought I was going too slow and tried to go around me or something.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe they thought I was pulling up on the left or something. I don't know, but it freaked me right out because has anything like that ever happened to you where you swear to fucking God that like you knew something for certain and it just like the outcome just didn't match at all?
No, I don't know. I couldn't really. I don't think I really have anything to compare that to be honest.
I think what's made it more weird is it's the third time it's happened. It's like,
What? Are you just blind? Like,
no, and it's happened a couple other times when I was on the motorway but switching into the lane on my right.
okay.
So I looked in my wing mirror and then I'd look in the window next to me and then I pulled into right lane. And I just almost hit someone like in that lane. But after, and that happened a couple times, but after that I thought, I'm sure my wing mirrors are fine, but I'm going to check them again. I'm going to adjust them, and I adjusted them after those times, and I thought I probably can see a little bit better now, I think. So that might have sorted it. I might be able to see them better now. And do you know what I actually did after those times? Because I thought I was going mental, I was certain before that I knew where you're supposed to put your wing mirrors. Like, because you have to adjust them for your vision, obviously, don't you?
Okay, yeah.
But I re-looked it up as if I was a new fucking driver, as if I were learning how to pass my test again. I re-looked it up of how, like exactly where you're supposed to put your side mirrors, and yeah, it was exactly right. So I don't know how this could have happened again. It's blowing my mind. What's your explanation? I need some sort of explanation.
My explanation is that you're a shit driver. That's all. That's what I'm gonna say about it. It's just that you don't see it.
What could I have done though? Like, I did exactly. You even said, "Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it," and I ran it past like 3 other people who've been driving for years, and they're all like, "Yeah, I mean that sounds right." And I promise that I did that. I even told you, like I said, I was like, "I'm gonna purposely really do it this time." Like, that's what got to me as well. Like, I even mentally noted that this time I'm gonna extra look just because I fancy it.
As awful as it sounds, part of me really wishes the car would have hit you, because it would have been so funny. Just this mental image of you pulling up to this thing and going, right, we're going to do his checks extra carefully right now. We go, that one, okay, and then you peel out and you just get smacked by this.
The explanation that Jasmine said was, they must, unless they were coming really quick round the corner.
Yeah.
Now, it's a 30 zone, so they would have had to be speeding. They would have had to been doing like 60 miles an hour plus, though. Like, honestly, they would have had to been going so quick for me to have not seen them. So I can't understand how the hell that's happened. It makes no sense. If anyone has any idea what the fuck could have happened, leave it in the comments on the YouTube video, because this goes up on YouTube afterwards, and you can join in the chat, because we do it live we record this podcast live on Kick and YouTube as well. But probably the best place to tell us is at Tweets Badly on X, because that makes sense. Fucking Twitter on Twitter. Tweets Badly on Twitter.
How much
I'm
of
just
a
gonna
little
call it
bitch Elon Musk is. Can we talk about it for a bit?
I'm a bit torn with Elon Musk, because like I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he likes in stuff, but I like his "I don't give a fuck, I got loads of money" attitude about it. It's like, I don't give a shit about all you guys.
The thing is, though, it's like, I don't see it as that. I see it as that, like, he really, really gives a fuck, and this is why he's like doing all this shit. It's like, oh, I'll buy Twitter. Oh, I'll rebrand it and make it cool X. Oh, I'll have a boxing fight with.
No, I don't think he thinks X is cool.
Elon, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
I think
he's like, I honestly think he radiates so much small dick energy that like my cock starts shrinking when I look at him.
Oh my god, okay. To me, it feels like he just like, he knows that obviously branding something as X is not good branding. It's really not. Twitter, as shit as it is, the only good thing it had going for it was its branding. But so he knows that the branding's worse, but he likes it. I like X. I'm having it be X. Fuck you. So I like that.
It's just it's cringy. It's he's really, really cringe. Like, whenever it's like the Dave Chappelle thing. Did you watch that when he came out of the Dave Chappelle gig?
No.
So embarrassing. It was so fucking cringy. Dave Chappelle is literally doing this bit, Dave Chappelle. And you know, he's having a good time and he's laughing. And you can literally hear his tone change when he's about to do this next segment. I swear to God, Elon Musk was like, Dave, just let me come on at your show and I'll give you $3 million. Because like you can literally hear Dave Chappelle go, and now for the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, and then he comes out and he comes out to like boo, like a lot of people in the audience start booing him, which is a bit unfair. He's not been cringy yet. He is cringy, but he's not done the cringy thing
he's
yet.
Not done it yet.
No, you know, and he comes out and he's like, what have you got for him, Elon? And Elon sort of just stands there and goes, I don't know. What do you want me to say, Dave? And he goes, well, give him your routine. What have you got for him? Come on, Elon. And he goes, I'm rich, bitch. And the entire audience that just goes, boo, because he's so cringy. He's so cringy.
He might be cringe, Judge, but
shut up, Elon, you fucking pussy. Go back to making cars and shooting them in rockets, you nonce, honestly.
Okay.
Just my edit. I'm going to call my kid E equals X52972 pi. He is pure cringe. He's literally, if you had a picture, if you looked up cringe in the dictionary, it'd be a picture of Elon Musk's cringy fucking face. I'm happy he got bullied as a kid. I would have bullied him as a kid.
Oh my God. Okay. So, Judd versus Elon Musk boxing fight when?
I'd kick his fucking head in. I'd beat the goddamn shit out of him. I'm rich, bitch. Shut up, Elon.
Half of what you mentioned is only it's nearly as cringe as you've said, but not quite as much. Like naming his kid. It's cause his fucking wife was weird as fuck and wanted to name it most of that shit. And the only bit and as a joke, he was like, okay, well, I want part of my kid's name to be named after my favorite plane then. You dumb bitch. Matching her energy, but even so,
and meanwhile, while he's matching her energy and, you know, doing this, they're fucking with, like, you know, what's going to be this kid's future, you know.
Yeah. Judd, to be honest, though, I think, you know, the $300 billion fortune, I think it'll be fine. I think the kid.
Well, no, it's not going to be fine because I can't say that word. I can't say that wrong. Because the moron keeps spending all this money on stupid stuff like buying Twitter.
Judd, he's got enough of it. He could probably buy 7 Twitters.
How cool I am. I'm so cool. I'm Elon Musk. I'm going to buy Twitter and call it X. Shut up, Elon! Shut up! I'm going to guest star in Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, that'll make me cool.
He's even after buying Twitter, he's got enough money to buy 5 more Twitters. So
and you know
I don't
what?
think
it still doesn't make him cool. He's still a pussy.
Oh, very true. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm not a big fan of Elon Musk, but I don't hate him that much. But I
used to be completely indifferent to him.
Know.
I used to think he was a bit. I used to think it was kind of cool, actually. I admired, you know, like the whole. I'm probably going to upset some people right now, but I don't care. I'm a very sort of like idealist, capitalist guy. Like the idea of capitalism at its like purest and goodest, as you know, like someone actually coming up from the ground up and like doing the sort of American dream of like working hard and making his own company. You know, I understand that capitalism's got its problems, but that sort of dream, that idea
it's got enough
of like
problems to the point where you're not
man.
really allowed to do that. It doesn't
No,
don't let you do
he's
that
got a lot
ever,
of problems.
really.
But no, I do know you can't. But that's what I say. It's like a dreamed up version of it. Like, I love the idea of somebody being able to like make their own destiny or empire, even though you probably already need to do it off the back of somebody else's destiny and empire now. But whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that I was like, good for him for having this much money and like for doing this stuff. But then he just wouldn't shut the fuck up. It's like, Elon, I don't care. Stop showing up in Rick and Morty. Stop buying social media products. Elon, stop.
What I'm hearing is Elon Musk as a person feels the same way that you feel when you see another random celebrity on The Simpsons. Like, he feels the same sort of feeling, no? It's like,
no,
for God's sake, give up.
Well, no, I get it a little bit, but with that, it's like at least I could go, oh well, at least there was probably a paycheck there, like it's like I'm Homer Simpson and my neighbor today is Jack Black. It's like, well, okay, well, I get that.
That was my favorite episode.
yeah. Jack Black's like, that's Jack Black.
Yeah, it was a good one, that one.
But
speaking of celebrities, though, Judd,
I was
just
just going to say
Simpsons.
that, like, okay, I was just going to say that, like, I get, Jack Black going on it. It's like he's getting a paycheck out of that, or like, he's got kids, like his kids might want to see him in it. But Elon Musk wouldn't be going on it for a paycheck. He'd be going on it because he thinks that makes him cool. Like, he does the things that he does. Try to just to be like, guys, look at me. I'm not a cringy like 50-year-old man who was like bullied all the way into his 30s.
What makes you think he does it because he thinks people will find him cool versus he does it because he thinks it's cool? Because he likes it. He thinks it's cool.
Because
you feel like being angry at him. Okay. Has there ever been any influencers on The Simpsons? Social media influencer.
Don't know.
On Simpsons.
Oh my gosh. PewDiePie just showed up.
The Simpsons become YouTube influencers in season 34, episode 12. Oh my fucking god. My life as a vlog. That's the title of the episode. Why the fuck has The Simpsons not been cancelled yet? I don't mean cancelled in cancel culture time. I mean, like, no. As in,
just as in, look, it's done, it's over.
Yeah.
Let it rest.
Do you know what's wild though? One of my girlfriend's friends is a big Simpsons fan. Like, he actively enjoys The Simpsons still and will look forward to a new season coming out. Like, that level. Like, it's... Like, that's weird, though. Like,
I think it's weird when you see like a genuine like Simpsons fan. I feel like it's a bit of a rare thing.
I kind of am all right with a Simpsons fan, but I feel like a Simpsons fan should not want more seasons. A Simpsons fan should want The Simpsons to finish. Like, for example, there's been a lot of talk about another Futurama reboot of them coming back with Futurama again. And I'm a massive Futurama fan. Has it come out?
They already have.
Has it come out?
Yeah, it's out. It's out on like Hulu or Prime.
Let me just Google this real quick. Is it? I've not seen it if it is, but I'm not a fan of that.
It's like, out. It's definitely out. Like right now.
I don't want that. Like, the ending of Futurama, as a massive Futurama fan, was great. It was great, and it lasted the perfect amount of time. A big part of the appeal of Futurama was kind of like the time that it was in, like the futuristic version of the time it was in. So it does look like season 11 came out. It's coming out now, as in like 2 episodes are out. But like the next episode is out in 5 days. So we're mid it coming out, the 2023 season. But there's already like, I think they've already made 2 seasons worth. So there's going to be at least 2 more seasons of it, but it's like, And you know what? It might be good, but as a fan, I think that's one that should be left to die. Like, that's fine.
We have had a long break from it, though, haven't we? So I suppose it's like, okay, we could come back, do maybe 2 or 3 more seasons, and then let it lie.
No. It needs to... If you're going to do something like that, what needs to happen? The best thing to do with these sorts of things is, there's been 10 seasons of that show. Like, it started in the early 2000s and went all the way to 2014. That's a good run. And what should happen with stuff like this is, for a good 10, maybe even 15 years, like, nothing to do with it. And then, in the future, have, in this case, for Futurama, for example...
In the world of tomorrow! Did you like that?
Nice, well done. In this case, make a show that's just very like Futurama again, in 10, 15 years. But not actually Futurama, you know? So it's like almost like a spiritual successor. Another example would be Marvel, in that I think that probably should have died after the latest Spider-Man one, because everyone really wanted to see that. And then let it die for fucking 20 years, and then like reboot it again with like a new universe, you know, where you'd probably start from a different hero and it'd be different actors playing them and stuff like that. I don't know. But anyway, Simpsons bad.
No, it would start in a desert with armored vehicles with it'd literally be the exact same thing.
They'd have to reference it again. They'd have to.
Yeah.
There'd have to be a cameo from Robert Downey Jr. when he's like 80.
Yeah.
But anyway, more important news, Judd.
Oh God, I hate news.
And I'm warning you with as much notice as I can possibly give you. Get a calendar entry ready. Get ready to remember a date. It's important. I'm also going to get up my calendar to double check this date. Are you ready, everyone? Everyone listening, prepare yourself. Okay. You've not got it, Judd, have you? I can tell you've not got it. Get it ready.
I haven't, because it's in the other room.
Go fucking get it!
Oh, God.
I need to watch the fucker enter this in his calendar, because he don't remember shit. It's so easy to just keep a fucking calendar. So everybody, 14th of October. That's your clue. That's what I'm giving you right now. What do you think is happening?
Oh,
guess it before I tell Judd. You've not got long left to guess what it is. Okay, are you ready, Judd?
Go on.
14th of October.
October? Nothing happens in October.
Yeah, nothing spooky happens in October. Yikes, Raggy! I think something spooky might happen. That's how he sounds, right?
He's over there, but I'm over here, but he's over there.
That's all of October. That's how we speak for that time. 14th of October, KSI versus Tommy Fury. It's going to... Logan Paul is also fighting on that fight card. It's going to be an absolute banger. This could be one of the best-selling fights of all time. It's going to be probably the biggest fight of creator boxing ever. It's huge. Absolutely huge. If KSI wins, he's done what Jake Paul couldn't. Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul. Do you know who Tommy Fury is?
I do. I know who he is. Like, I couldn't tell you anything. He's a big boxing man or MMA man. He's one of the
boxers. So you know Tyson Fury?
Yeah.
He's one of the heavyweight champions of the world. Yes. Tommy Fury's his brother. His younger brother. Tommy Fury has been boxing for a while, and he was on Love Island as well.
Okay. Was he slaying some puss? Was he
probably?
Was he slashing some gash?
Well, he's actually found his future fiance on there. So,
well, that's brilliant. I hope they have a wonderful relationship and life together.
They've also had a child together. So
good.
Bad.
Muzzle
Children bad. Yeah. So not him, his partner is probably the most Molly May, her name is probably the most successful contestant from Love Island ever. So they're
because
kind of
she got with Tommy Fury. I can get that.
No. Tommy's like the beta in their relationship. She owns like loads of fashion companies and is like a billionaire or some shit now. So even though he's like massive, he's like Tyson. I'm part of the Fury name. They're from Manchester, so they do sound like that.
Yeah.
I'm part of the Fury name. I'm a proper alpha me. And his missus is like, shut the fuck up, Tommy. I've got to go run 500 businesses at once. Can you please breastfeed our baby with your fucking man tits? That's what everyone thinks she's like. So it's so
what a woman! Wow.
But it's a massive pedigree in that, like, he's literally part of one of the legacy of one of the best boxers to ever do it. Also a bit of a cunt, to be honest. Not a fan of the Furies. I used to be a big fan of Tyson Fury, but he's turned into right knobhead. And Tommy Fury's a bit.
Do you know the guy personally?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's happening. KSI Tommy Fury. It's going to be absolutely massive. I'm so excited. I've never been. It's going to be massively nerve-wracking as well, because the last few KSI fights I've been like, I'm pretty sure he'll win. Like, I don't fully know, but I'm pretty sure. This one, it's like, I don't think he'll win. It's like, I think he's going to lose, probably. And I don't think he'd take offense at people saying that, to be honest. Because it doesn't make sense. He shouldn't win, in theory. But that's the thing. He shouldn't have beaten Logan Paul. That doesn't make sense either. There's a lot of shit that he's pulled off that he shouldn't have been able to pull off. And it's going to be so good. I'm excited. It'd be amazing if somehow fucking KSI, the guy who was originally known for his rape face, is what he used to call it.
And doing the Heskey song.
Yeah, if he...
And get hyper.
If he knocks out flat cold one of the Fury brothers, like, are you fucking kidding me? That would be insane. So I'm so excited for that. So yeah, we will be streaming that live on the Streams Badly YouTube channel and on Kick. We'll be watching that. Come watch it along with us. KSI versus Tommy Fury and all of probably the entire card from top to bottom, because there's going to be a lot of interesting fights on there, I think. 14th of October. Keep it in your diaries. Free up the whole day. You're going to need it. You're going to need to rest up earlier on in the day. I'm talking to you and the listeners. Rest up earlier on in the day, because we're going to be wanting to go hard all evening. I think we'll probably get some drinks in for it.
Okay.
So that should be good. So you can get some drinks in with us. The only thing for me is, it's the day after I'm coming back from Italy, so I'm gonna be so fucking tired. But who cares? We push through. Saturday, 14th of October. More timings and stuff like that I'll get into as we go along. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow on Spotify. Follow Tweets Badly on X.com on Twitter. Cool, yeah, that's happening. I'm so excited. Any first thoughts about that, Judd? Knowing a bit more about Tommy Fury and all of that sort of thing.
It's kind of like a nothing statement, because it's like, well, I expect Tommy to win. You'd expect Tommy to win.
Did you see any of when he fought Jake Paul?
Think I saw a bit. It's just, for me, it's not. I'm not even like coming at this from, I know I know the techniques of both of these guys or anything like that. It's just like, he is literally professionally like the best, if not one of the best in the world, right?
Tommy Fury, no. Tyson Fury is his brother.
Okay, I thought Tommy was also like known for being like one of the best in the world.
No, Tommy Fury dropped to his knees and started crying when he beat Jake Paul in a split decision.
Oh, okay.
So, no, Tommy Fury's not one of the best in the world.
Okay.
He wouldn't be fighting KSI if he was. It's like, you know, you just look him up. Look up Tommy Fury, and you'll see what I mean, because you'll recognize Tyson Fury, who you thought it was. Yeah.
Well, what if I don't want to?
I guess you are doing something very important right now.
I am.
Painting.
God. Shall I talk about how important this is?
Probably not.
Okay.
Fire, Judd! There's a fire! No,
What?
it's just there was one though. So just adding to the meme that I live in a Mad Max style wasteland. Recently, there was a fire near me. I'm now knelt down for some reason.
People kept spraying paint in the mouth and going, "Witness me!" and jumping in it.
Yeah. My girlfriend spotted it kind of through our... We've got quite tall bushes, but...
Wait. I'm going to have to stop you. Someone has just knocked on the door next to me.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's see
I have no idea
what plays out here. Okay, he's getting up.
If it's a Domino's guy again, this is going to be really weird, because this is twice as it's happened now, if it is.
Oh, it's a Domino's guy. Who is it?
Hello?
Hi, mate, you alright?
Yeah?
Yeah, nothing serious. I'm listening to Elon.
Alright, okay, well...
No, don't look much.
Alright.
Right, no, we delivered to a lot of your neighbours around here. You might have seen the vans pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we're not waking you up or anything.
No. I'm just sort of in the middle of something now, mate. It's all, so it's it. Okay.
First thing that no face, that sort of thing.
I'll have to ask them. Because it's not really my house, to be honest. So
right,
yeah. All right, man.
Just the shopping.
Yeah. Shit, me man does the shopping, so I'll have to ask her.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Cheers, man.
Okay, let's find out what that was, as we could hear bits of that.
A milkman.
Oh, a milkman! Oh!
A milkman.
Oh, do you not want some of his white fluids, Jim? Not interested?
No, I just said,
You're not even going to tell your nan, are you?
No, I will do after the stream. No, you probably heard. I was just saying, like, I don't really do the shopping. I'll have to ask them if they what they think. So
yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, thanks for that, milkman, interrupting our podcast.
Thanks, milkman.
Yeah, we had important fires to talk about.
You know what? I half expect him to go, "Holy shit, you're Jordan Tapp from Podcast Bad."
That would have been hilarious. That's the guy who listens. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
that's the
if
one
he was
guy.
Like some weird stalker, like the guy who shot him from the Beatles.
I think the guy who shot John Lennon's probably also dead. That would make sense. Do you know what's so weird, by the way? Our audience size metrics on the platform I publish them, what the kind of it shows us data about like how estimated audience size and stuff like that in the last 7 days. It fluctuates so much, even though the amount of plays we get per podcast, it's between like 1 and 6, maybe 10 on a good episode. So not a lot, but at the minute, audience size 1.
Nice.
That's a bit of a yikes. So maybe it was that guy who listened to it. But at one point, I checked this and it said 23. I was thinking, where did you get that from? That don't make any sense anyway. There was a fire near me recently. So I live on the end of the street, and then like there's a primary school like just past. There's kind of a couple small greens. I would call it a green, not a field.
Okay.
And then there's a primary school, and then after that there's like a track for farmers to go down. And right next to the primary school, there was a fire. Like right there, and it wasn't big. It was like the size of like a medium bonfire.
So it didn't engulf the school then?
No, it didn't, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll try next time.
But we were thinking, but it was purposefully set. Like purposefully set there. And we're like, what the fuck? And do you know what it is? It's people going dumping shite everywhere over there. Why? There's a dump closer than there. There's a dump, it's there! It's over there. It's really close. Super close. But instead, for some reason, at night, they take a bunch of, like, building waste and stuff from, like... It's you can tell it's, like, family stuff and building stuff. Yeah. And they just fucking dump it all over there. And this time, they'd set it on fire. Right next to the primary school. They were so lazy that they couldn't be bothered to go down the lane to a more secluded bit where they might not get caught. Just fucking set it on fire there! Like, what the fuck?
So did they get them?
No. Well, obviously, they'd gone. They'd left it. Once it was lit, they left. Yeah. But we thought we should report this because it's it's dangerous being next to a school.
Here he goes, the fucking tattletale Jake.
It's right next to a primary school where small children could burn to death, and also it's next to an unattended building site as well.
You should be like, I'm gonna buy these people the drink.
It's next to a primary school for small children. It's next to a bunch of grass and stuff, fields like foliage that can set on fire, and a building site that's unattended that could have set a bunch of like not quite built houses on fire as well if it had got like out of hand. I weren't certain it would, but the main reason why we wanted to report it as well is because we want him to know that we want people to stop fucking dumping shit everywhere. I gotta live here, you know? So we rung, I think we rung the non-emergency police thing because there's not a non-emergency fire one. Because I didn't think it's not like close enough to anything to ring like, oh, get here straight away. It's it's gonna burn his house down. So we called them, and the advice they said, grumpily, they were like, you need to ring 999 and tell them fire brigade and get them out. You need to do that. Go do that. They were like that, and we were thinking, oh, are you sure? It's not that serious. It's still quite small. I think we're fine.
Any fire like that needs to be attended to by the fire people, though, because it's like, it can spread.
It can. What I would have done, but my girlfriend didn't let me. I would have gone up to it and looked at it a bit first, just kind of to see what was going on.
You would have stuck your finger in, sucked it for a second, and gone, "Yep, that's fire."
And honestly, with the size it was, I'd have been tempted to just fill up a couple buckets and like chuck them on it, and then that'd have mostly got rid of it, and then.
Well, you don't want to do that either because you don't know what has started the fire. Like, you don't know what's in there.
I know, but that's why I said I'd go up and like look at it, see if I can figure out what's in it. And I'm certain I would have been able to, but
I'll just go have a look at this big propane tank that's resting in this fire. I'll have a gander at it.
Well, if I'd have gone and seen anything that's even remotely looking like that, I would just wouldn't have done it. But like I don't think it was particularly necessary to call. Fire people. I would have, if it were up to me, I'd have probably done that. I'd have probably put it out and then rung non-emergency to say there was just a fire. I've already put it out. It's fine, but just so you know, like it's a bunch of stuff's been dumped and set on fire there, and put up some fucking cameras or something, you useless police cunts. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. But no, we had to call the actual fucking fire brigade, and they must have had nothing to do. So I didn't feel that guilty, because they came so quick. They didn't have the siren on. They just had the lights on. Yeah. So they got there, and obviously we started nosying like nosy neighbours, and they just kind of went, psh, and just kind of sprayed it a bit, put it out, and I swear at one point I could hear them chuckling about it. But I don't know, man. I just fucking... I know it's not that bad. It's not like a massive fire. I need to be like, oh my god, I'm going to be burned to death.
Bad. They shouldn't be fucking doing it. Like, I'm only taking the piss. Like, it's disgusting that they're fucking doing that. Like,
that is what I think, though. I'm not, like, scared of my house being burnt down or anything. It's not that bad, but, like, I don't fucking like it. Stop fucking doing it. It's real easy. Stop fucking doing that. Story, Judd.
Go on.
Story time. Hopefully this will help me remember to clip this for TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Yeah. Do you remember the story that our dad told us of when you were a small child and the first time he let you use a cubicle toilet on your own?
I think so. I think I know that one.
Well, I'm about to tell it.
Go on, tell it, because I might be thinking of a different time.
This is when you were at a supermarket that had a toilet, and you decided, as you do as a kid, you know when you're getting a kid ready, and it's like you've got all your clothes. Now, do you need the toilet before we go out? And like, no. And then you go out, and then they immediately need the toilet. It was that kind of scenario. So he took you to the toilet. Our dad took you to the toilet, and you needed to take a poop. He didn't need the toilet. He didn't need the toilet because he'd already gone. So he sent you in and kind of told you what to do. This is what our dads told us based off, He told you what to do, went, right, go in and do it. I'm sure you'll be fine. And it started to fill up. The toilet some other guys started to come into this toilet and all the urinals ended up being full. And meanwhile, our dads obviously just kind of stood around waiting for you. But you were taking ages while these guys are all coming in and pissing and leaving, and then the toilet's full and that. And eventually, so our dad didn't look like he was just there to look at other guys' cocks.
Yeah, because he was getting funny looks off people. They were sort of just like, where the fuck is this guy just stood here?
So he decided to say, Judd, you all right in there? Are you doing okay? And you go, yeah. And after another bit of time, and another bit of time carries on, and so obviously toilets are still full, and out of nowhere, Judd yells at the toilet cubicle.
I said, Dad, when I poo, it makes my eyes water.
Yeah, he just shouts, Dad, when I poo, it makes my eyes water.
Sometimes it did.
And sometimes it still does.
It does, yeah.
Oh my god. I thought that was a pretty good story.
That was That's the end of that.
Just a little mini discussion at the end of this podcast then for 20 minutes or so. Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet. Okay, all right. Why are we talking about skibbity toilets?
What do you think?
I don't know what to think of skibbity toilets, to be honest with you, because it's like... All right, okay. First of all, what the fuck?
I'm just going to play it real quick for the podcast.
I'll
put it... know.
Yeah.
For the audio only listeners, you'll only hear audio of this, but by the amount of views it gets, you probably already know what it is. And for the video, the audio version is on Spotify. You can also get the video version on Spotify and on YouTube and Kick as well, and you'll be able to see the video version on there. That's it.
There you go.
There you go. That's Skibbity Toilet. But weirdly, this strange, like, Gary's Mod style stupid meme has become one of the most, like, deep lore, like, multi-episode series on the internet. And the channel, the channel it's on is called Da Fuck Boom. Every single day, it's getting millions and millions and millions of views. Here's just the latest ones. We're up to episode fucking 54, which came out two days ago. 26 million views, 26 million views, 32 million views, 27 million views, 19 million views, 47 million views, 47 million views, 27 million views, 16 million views, 39 million views. It's fucking crazy.
People love those toilets, man. People love those wacky, crazy toilets.
The 56 million views and 47 million views, those are like the top. Weirdly, it's not just Skibbity Toilet that's getting all these views. When I look at the channel's most popular videos, it's nothing to do with Skibbity Toilet. It's all like Gary's Mod animations. But the top one is Ultimate Male 07 Compilation SFM. The fuck does that mean? And then the fourth biggest one is called I'm at Dip, and it's an obvious, like, kind of mod animation of San Andreas, where, the fucking, what's that guy, Pop Smoke, Big Smoke, or whatever it's called.
Oh,
it's like
Smoke.
eating CJ. It's like, what?
It's like your basic Gmod fucking
Transformers Optimus Prime compilation of animations, 31 million views. Why? What's going on with this channel? I thought that it was just like an internet meme that's gone massive and is kind of actually gripping when you start watching all the episodes and try and connect to the lore yourself. But this channel's huge! Like, just fucking some random Optimus Prime Prime animations of 28 million views on another Transformers, just random animations. What are you talking about?
I don't want to sound awful, but I do think I know what it is, and I'm not being mean. I think it's a lot of autistic people. And again, I'm not trying to sound mean. It's just Team Fortress 2 and Garry's Mod and Source Filmmaker brings in a lot of that crowd already, and then there's something about the Skibidi thing, like it's making its way onto TikTok. I think that draws in like a whole other brand of autist. And the thing with autists is that once they get hooked into something, you know this as well as I do, as I sit here painting my thousands and thousands of pounds worth of Little Plastic Men, that when autistic people get their hands on something, they don't let go. So I
understand the obsession. I do it myself.
Yeah.
I just can't see that many people being obsessed with it as a result of that. It's got to be kids. It's got to be kids.
Yeah, a lot of it'll be kids.
Like,
because
but I thought they would find this skibidi toilet kind of thing silly, funny, but also like epic, like lore type of shit. I can connect the dots as to how a bunch of kids get obsessed with that and watch loads of it. But I was saying, the channel has so many fucking views on non-skibidi toilet stuff.
Yeah.
What is going on there? It feels like there's been some sort of hack, like some sort of weird, like, world hack. Do you know what it is? The same person who hacked that car to spawn next to me when I was driving, that was a good callback, hacked this to just take off somehow. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Shall I Google it? Have you seen much of it?
Yeah. Well, I watched Meat Canyon's video on it. Talking about the skibidi toilets, but I'd already seen like a few episodes of it on Facebook, because it'd pop up on Facebook sometimes, just like a few of the episodes, and I'd not watch it like, yes, my daily viewing of skibidi toilet, but I'd watch it just like, what the fuck is this? So
yeah.
I don't know. I wonder how many people in those views are that, like, are just people going, I've heard of skibidi toilet. What the fuck? What is that? And then watching it and just going, what is this?
I realised we didn't actually fully explain what it is. I guess I did a bit.
It's kind of hard to explain. So so first of all, Garry's Mod is like a sort of game for your PC where you can take assets from other Steam games like Half-Life or Team Fortress 2 or a lot of stuff like that, and then you can make movies with those assets. And this guy's essentially using the assets from these games to make
kind of like animations, isn't it?
Yeah, or videos of these heads that live inside these toilets, and the heads pop out of the toilets, and they're constantly singing the skibidi song from TikTok. Which is, it is. I'm pretty sure it's a mashup of a few things, isn't it? Because it's first of all, that skibidi thing is that fat guy in the red shirt. That's one thing, but it's mixed with the "If you see me in the club, we'll be dancing all night."
That's the melody that it does it to.
Yeah. So it's actually a mashup of two things. So
just mic down.
You've got these Steam assets of heads that live in toilets that sing TikTok songs, and they're in a war against POV cameramen. So like the cameramen, they're all men that are walking around with cameras on their heads, and they're POV cameramen, like point of view cameramen. So all of the episodes of the Skibidi series are from the perspective of a POV cameraman.
Yeah, and it kind of escalates, and there's kind of a bit more to it than that as well. But it feels like a meme turned into an anime.
Yeah.
The original meme was so popular that it spawned like an anime, like, because that's the type of storytelling it is. It's the level of an anime. It's ridiculous, and it's, I feel like a lot of the time, stuff like this has two camps. People are obsessed with it, and people who fucking hate it and wish it to be eradicated from the planet. Where do you land on that, Judd?
I gotta say, I'm sitting on the fence. I'm sitting pretty on the fence here because it's like, I don't care for it. I don't care for Skibidi Toilet. I'll say that right now. But I also at that age that these kids will be watching this at, I was also watching like funny Gmod animations and stuff. But we
would have watched fucking Bunny Kill. Do you remember Bunny Kill?
Yeah.
And
or Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, you know, stuff
all
like that.
Shit, you know. But
So
this is more popular
just...
than any of that. This is probably the most popular thing of this sort of genre ever. But for me, that's a good point that I'd not thought of, that we would have totally enjoyed this at the right age.
But that's the thing as well. It's like, you know, how ironic are these kids being? Because, like, I'm sure they're not being 100% ironic with it. I'm sure they, like, actually do know the deep lore of Skibidi Toilet and that. But, like, also, I'm sure at least to begin with, these kids were like, you know, it's funny because, you know, lol random head in toilet. It's so anti-humor that it's humor. And now it's like, oh, I actually just like Skibidi Toilet, so...
Yeah, well... I'm fine with it. I don't want it to be like, I don't know. I don't want people to get too obsessed with it. You know, I don't want to have a rerun of freaking people jumping on McDonald's counters and going, "I'm Pickle Rick," or something like that. I don't want any of that happening again. But you know, I'm all right with it so far. Because I can imagine it could be really annoying for like teachers or something like that for the kids in the class to be like, "Skibidi bob, skibidi bob." It'd be fucking really annoying. But
that's the kids though, isn't it? That's like just
kids are annoying.
Like kids will find anything to like be like that with. So
yeah. So yeah, and I just think anyone hating on it, like I don't even know if there is, but. Just who fucking cares? I don't think there's anything to hate on much, really, is there? There. But that's that. You been up to anything, Judd? You done anything interesting?
I have, actually, and we're going to have a serious talk, a real serious talk, a real talk.
Go on, then.
Because we're going to have to move the podcast days.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Why?
it's never been done in the history of anything ever. This has never been done before. Because the other day, like Monday, I had my induction to go back to college. I'm wanting to do a construction course, like a bricklaying course. I'll definitely be learning bricklaying, but you can also like learn other skills. So I think it's like they do it on like a point system. So certain courses like equal so many points, and you can like have up to 15 points worth on this course. So it's like you can do bricklaying, which is like so many points, and then plastering is included in the course, but like they also might be doing dry lining in January. So I'd really want to do dry lining. So that's something else I could learn. But it's midnight hours, it's graveyard shift, so it'd be 6 while 9. And so it doesn't get in the way of work or anything, but it is on Mondays and Wednesdays. So we will have to be moved to, I'm hoping this would probably be the best for me, Thursdays.
That's what I was thinking. That might be best as well. When would that start? How long have we got to decide?
It's September.
Okay,
that starts.
I'll for now, still regular Wednesdays, but follow at @tweetsbadly on x.com, Twitter, to keep up to date with that. If we don't mention it on the podcast sooner, it's worth sticking up to date with that there. But we'll also obviously mention it on the next podcast. For now, it will still be Wednesdays, but we'll figure that out and then let you know as soon as we've got it sorted.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
On Twitter
I'm trying to get
podcast.
an education.
Right then, that will. Do you know
yeah.
what though? I just to say that will have a knock-on effect of changing our entire video publishing schedule as well. Because
Probably, yeah.
I tend to try and put like a day's space between things we publish because we've not got enough capacity to post things every day.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think we post 6 days a week, which is. I can't actually remember. So we post, for example, a full YouTube video on Monday, and then no, a full YouTube video on no. Okay, let me start again. We post a short, so like YouTube Shorts or TikTok on Monday. On Tuesday, we'll post like a YouTube video, long form. On Wednesday, we'll record the podcast. And also a short goes out. On Thursday, the podcast normally goes up, so that's one of the episodes. On Friday, we get a short go out. On Saturday, we get a long form go out. And on Sunday, we get a short go out. So the reason why it works like that is because the podcast is recorded on a Wednesday and then like published on the Thursday. So it'll just mean that all of that will kind of shift. No one will notice. No one will care or notice.
Yeah, all that'll happen is you've ruined everything. Everything will have to be reworked and organized.
No, it'll just be the other way around. It'll just be Monday long, Tuesday short, Wednesday long, Thursday shorthand podcast, Friday podcast goes out, Saturday short, Sunday long.
Yeah,
so it'll be fine. You'll not notice. It'll be all good. Don't worry about it, everyone. No one listens anyway. That's kind of an excuse that we can run with at the minute.
Yeah.
We can hit you with the nobody listens anyway. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Right.
Oh, well.
Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next Wednesday for now when we record it again. It's live on YouTube and Kick. You know, you can set notifications on those, so you don't even need to worry about which day it comes out. And then the After Fact, you can get it on Spotify, YouTube, and Kick as well. Clips Badly on TikTok and YouTube. Tweets Badly on Twitter. Fuck you, X. Right, bye.